Embarrassed. I've been informed that some of the things I told you earlier were, well, wrong. Lincoln wasn't born in Turkey, but he did go to school there and had to walk to Turkey every day, carrying his books and shoes. And although The Godfather was filmed in Turkey, it wasn't the movie. It was just a guy who was a godfather visiting his godchild. Well, I hope this has been as educational for me as it has been for you.
Well, my first bikini that I wore actually was just half of a bikini. It was just the bottom. And I was like, 5 or 6 years old, and it didn't matter that you had to wear a top. I don't think I can go around like that now, but it was a nice, pure, innocent memory.
Some say that Paris is the center of love. Others say that it is Times Square. But I say that it is Monaco. Little Monaco. Tiny little Monaco. Tiny little, cute little, tiny little Monaco. A fairy tale place of princesses and princesses, where fantasies come true.
Once upon a time, a beautiful princess and her beautiful feet began a beautiful journey, so beautiful, only the beautiful French have the word to describe it. Escargot. For at the end of this beautiful journey waited a beautiful prince. Ah, Monaco, where the water is blue, where the fromage is blue, where being American is frowned upon, where the people are so rich, they have chocolate mousse in their veins, where too the princess is there lofted to meet her prince. The peasants they gather. The princess, she never gets cold. Ah, my sentiments exactly. But I cannot meet my prince this way, she says. I have to have Francois paint the face. But it is not easy for Francois. He's missing 2 fingers. Ah, watch. Ah, there's the watch. Well, then we take the bubble gum out of the hair. Ah, the supermodel changes shoes every 8.4 seconds. Oh, nice foot. Oh, delicious toes. Oh, they rival even the poodles. Then espresso to make her edgy. Hey, what's this? Where did she go? Ah, she's on the yacht. Oh, she is so excited to be there. It's been a long day of laying around and pointing at things with her toe. Hey, who's that man behind her? What's he doing? Please, leave my area. You're blocking my view with your supermodel looks. She's thinking, it's been a long day of inactivity. How about some Chinese food? Aha! Soon she's off again. But the paparazzi, as usual, get in the way. Aha! She stepped in something. The paparazzi are bottom feeders, sleazeball. Hey, that's me taking pictures on the left. Even the doggy is famous.
He wants to sit on my foot. I don't know why he wants to sit on my foot, but it must feel good.
He's thinking, it's been a long day of inactivity. How about some Chinese food? And now, by automobile, the princess begins the last legs of her journey. Oh, such lines, such curves, such upholstery. Oh, let me see the foot. Thank you. Ah, hey, you see that? And off to the royal ball she goes. It's going to be a night of magic, like David Copperfield, only more fake. She's ready to meet her prince. Nothing will spoil this night. Nothing! Except the rain. But luckily, all the paparazzi will now get pneumonia. And soon she will be rid of them. But where is her prince? The prince has not come because of the weather. Everything has been spoiled. She must go inside with the towel on her head, the towel of shame. Tears for her tragedy. Tears for the fairy tale being over. Back at home, she soaks in her bath made of her tears. But I will persevere, she says, because I'm a persevering princess, and someday my prince will come.
I remember a time where I wanted to wear a bikini. My mom wouldn't let me because she thought that the top really wasn't necessary yet. But I really wanted one.
If you're like me, you probably thought modeling was easy. Well, guess again. First of all, it's hard on the knees. And I won't even mention things like dangerous surf, malaria, and airline food. Even a trip to the Bahamas was no walk on the beach.
Came to Bahamas to get away from the cold back home in Czech Republic, but I'm glad I decided to bring this.
Well, how did I get in this business? It was in 1990, and I was 16. I'm from this very small town in the mountains in Czechoslovakia. And one day I went to Prague, and by sightseeing, I met a girlfriend of mine, and she goes, "So Ava, there's this French agency, they're making beauty contests, come with me." There was actually about like 400 girls, and I ended up winning. Make the story short, I won, and I went to Paris. I've been very, very lucky because the fact that I was from the Eastern Bloc and I was kind of exotic to the whole modeling business because all the models were American or Swedish or, you know, from the Western countries. And it was just something new and it just worked out. It was like the right timing.
Thanks very much. Great morning.
This issue, I believe, is about moving forward. It's about keeping a tradition but bringing it into a new time. And the way I'm working with Eva is with a little fun, little spirit to it. Eva's willing to take it just a little further, and that's good. That's fun for me. She's saying, okay, I'll see what you're trying to do and I'll work with you as much as possible.
Perfect, Eva. Perfect. That's it. That's great.
God, that poor girl, you ought to get her down here in the morning when the sun is shining.
Well.
I try to work with the elements that are here. Let the wind work your body, let the wind work the hair, let the water splash, let everything happen, and then it looks great.
What do you do about our goosebumps? Just take them out?
Well, I got married in September in New Jersey, and we got married on the beach, and not in a bathing suit. Well, I'm married to Tika Torres, who is he's the drummer for Bon Jovi. We met on a blind date. It was a laugh at the first sight. It's very funny because I asked, "So what you do?" And Tika, he goes, "Well, I'm a roofer." So I thought he's a roofer, and that was it. And then I was at his office, and I see all these posters of Bon Jovi, and I go, "Oh my God, you look just like this guy." I was like, "Yeah." So it was quite funny. It was quite nice. And on the way back home, we passed by Times Square, and I had these, huge posters all over Times Square. So he goes, It was just really sweet, It was like we fell in love for not the fame and not the money and all that.
Stacy Williams, hi. It's Rob Schneider, television star of Men Behaving Badly, film star, recording star. I do other stuff too.
Oh, it's very impressive, Roy.
Thank you. It's Rob. You know, my appeal to the female demographic is staggering.
It's easy to see why.
And that's why, for a limited time only, while I'm hot, I'm willing to make myself available to host the Sports Illustrated swimsuit special.
I don't think I can help you with that.
I'm
Sorry,
perfect for the
there's someone-
job.
Are you feverish?
I love the beach. I get Sports Illustrated. I even have a football phone.
I gotta get going.
I'll do it for free. Please let me do it. Please. Please.
I'll tell you what. I'll have someone give you a call. All right?
All right. She digs me.
Do you know what it takes to produce the Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue? Well, first, you gotta have a great host to tell you about it. Then, you need that host to cancel so I can take his place. And you gotta have bikinis and women. And the obligatory 19 pounds of makeup, 15 buckets of nail polish, and enough hairspray to completely deplete the ozone layer. And that's just for me. We begin in Malibu. We got Clam Bay, we got girls for the swimsuit issue.
So my name is Laetitia. I'm from France. I live in Paris with my parents, and now I get 18 years old.
My name is Brandy. I grew up in Oklahoma and Florida.
My name's Navia. I'm from New York. My parents are from Vietnam.
It's a story about beautiful girls at a Malibu beach party.
The big challenge is how many ways could you show a bikini? It's an icon in people's visions of swimsuits. You know, it's the bikini. You know, it has a certain allure which you can't quite put your finger on, but everyone loves them.
When I put bikini, I think about the years of before, like Brigitte Bardot or Marilyn Monroe, or, you know? It's something very sexy that's from a woman. It's very feminine. You know what I think? I think to have bikini, to be naked is not very sexy, but to have bikini, you don't know what it's here, you know? So you want to know, it's very good. It's more exciting.
I think it's all about getting the right people in the right place. The photographer Dewey Nicks, the way he shoots is really spontaneous, and he allows that to happen with everyone, and all the models, they each have a very distinct personality, which I think all works very well together because everyone's just themselves.
With Dewey, it's great because there's always like an element of that it's really fun and it's a party, it's a beach party. I don't think it's been very posy in any way. I think it's been really organic.
if it's good all the way around the house, if the mood is good and everything around here is okay to shoot, then you just kind of follow it around, and that's how I think you get pictures that look more natural. Unbelievable.
I don't know, it's to me the bikini is like very sexy, and it's all about sex, all about sex.
I think that women are a little too self-conscious of the fact that they're not thin enough, but that's only in the opinion of other women. I think men tend to prefer, you know, all soft things are good, you know? Or at least I hope so. I went topless in France, and that was a trip because, you know, you don't realize in America how much more conservative we are. I think the bikini top is fastly becoming an extinct thing.
Well, I wanted to capture the spirit of Malibu, the feeling of a beach party, a bunch of friends getting together, having fun in bikinis, and I think it's working.
Where did the bikini come from? Well, about 50 years ago, in the waning days of WW2.com, America was trying to put an end to the fighting. They developed a fearsome new weapon. No, that came later. America brought this new untested weapon to a tiny Pacific island called Bikini and blew it to bits. And what better way to commemorate the destruction of an island paradise and the displacement of its natives than to name a swimsuit after the occasion? So that's just what French designer Louis Réard did in 1946 when he invented the two-piece swimsuit and called it a bikini. Of course, the bikini has changed over the years, and who knows what it'll look like on its 100th birthday. Hey, sorry guys. Nobody told me I couldn't drive here. But don't worry about it. The tide's gonna carry this thing up to the road. You know what's amazing about this year's swimsuits? I have all the material for all the swimsuits right in my hand. You're not gonna believe what they're wearing in Venezuela.
The bikini. I mean, the bikini is the bikini. There's nothing to it, and that's what everybody likes.
We're shooting swimsuits, so I want to come across sexy and, you know, beautiful.
I don't know, I get a little, not intimidated, that's not the word. I get self-conscious about showing my body.
Naomi and Nikki are just, you know, two different people altogether.
Nice, that's beautiful.
It's just two different energies.
That's it, that's great.
Two different kinds of sex appeal and, you know, two different personalities.
Excellent. Great. Real strong now, real serious.
Let's see.
Yeah, pretty. Cool. Great. Look at that. Damn. Beautiful. Beautiful. Take a little bit of that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna help
me. Naomi comes up, she's got a mystique about her. She's got a sensual sex appeal that is exotic.
it's been an incredible education. I mean, you get to travel around the world and go to beautiful places, and yet you're working at the same time. It's a thing that I don't think you could learn in a classroom. You have to live it. Being under the waterfalls and stuff, I was a little nervous in being able to get across the rocks and get there and get into position. But I think the whole look is beautiful.
Nikki's sex appeal is, boom, right out there.
She's very of the moment because she's sophisticated, but she's also down to earth. She looks great in a simple t-shirt, or she can do a high fashion runway show. You know, and she's a mom, she's got 2 kids, and I always find that to be amazing every time I look at her.
I'm so lucky to have this job because I get to pick and choose my jobs, and you know, it's like I could take off a week, work a week, and it's the perfect job for a working mother. You know, I go to work, I have a life, and I go home to my babies.
Let's go to work.
I work with Sante a lot. His pictures are always beautiful, always makes the girls look very sexy.
Nice. That's beautiful.
He knows my moods, he knows, you know, what my best light is, he knows what I cannot do, and how much I will show.
Great. And I'm very conscious of beauty. You know, how a girl looks good and what her strengths and weaknesses are. And that's what they trust about me. That's what they love.
Oh, that's great.
You know, you catch a lot of flack these days if you, like, try to describe what's hot to you in a woman, but a woman is a woman to a man. And, you know, that's that. It's nature.
My mom used to make all of our clothes until we were like 12. So she must have made my first, and it probably looked like this one.
You can always count on the swimsuit issue to take you places you've never been, and to teach you a little something about these faraway exotic lands. This year, we take you to Turkey. Specifically, Milas, a tiny village south of Istanbul. Turkey, where every day is Thanksgiving. Turkey is the birthplace of many American presidents. Lincoln, Garfield, Perot. The Turks gave us such things as Velcro and the overhead bin. Here's a little known fact. The Godfather was filmed entirely on location in Turkey. But there's so much more.
I've never been to Turkey before. This is my first time. When I first heard I was coming to Turkey, I thought, ooh, I can get Turkish carpets. But I didn't really know anything about the culture except for the fact that they were Muslim, and that's pretty much all I knew. And then I came here, and then the first thing I heard when I woke up in the morning was like this,
Turkey fascinates me because it's a place where East meets West. The culture is diverse, the architecture encapsulates a lot of different parts of history, and I wanted somewhere where I could capture a lot of different moods and a lot of different texture.
I felt like we were in a time warp, actually, with the donkeys and the guys with like the old handmade clothes, sipping their tea. was a little strange. I was actually impressed that they weren't disgusted or insulted by the fact that I had on a swimsuit and the fact that they were strict Muslims. It's actually the only shoot that I've ever been on where I didn't get nasty cackles from men, and I thought the women might come out and have a cloth and try to cover me up, or they would call me a prostitute in their language or something like that, because they never see women, with their heads uncovered, let alone in a bikini walking down the street. But they really respected me, which was very nice, except for one little boy. One little boy, kind of every time I went behind my little sarong to change, he tried to peek. But I said, he's only 10 years old. I guess he's curious. The other guys have seen it all before. Fabrizio's really great because he knows how to just get the shot really fast and move on to the next thing. He takes 2-3 bowls and he's like, we got it, let's change.
Got it.
We got it.
We got it. I'm amazed. I mean, there is no way you could shoot something like this anywhere else in the world. I mean, these people are so nice, so polite. It's unbelievable, unbelievable.
I always feel really sexy when I have on a bikini. Sexier than when I have on a bra and panty. I guess because when I have on a bra and panty, no one sees it but me. Whereas in a bikini, the whole beach sees it. So there's a kind of sachet of the hips you kind of give, a sucking into the stomach.
She has an incredible sensual energy trapped into her body and seems not able to let it go. So you see it all in there. You see how her skin is tense. All of her body is under the energy coming from inside, and that energy is pure sensuality.
My favorite was the one on the red couch on the mosque with the little black crochet bikini with the bag on the side. I like the fact I didn't really have on hardly any makeup, and you really kind of saw the skin shining really natural. A lot of my pictures are obviously sexy. They always want me to do all that, and this one's just kind of lying there, and it's still sexy, but it's natural. It's not trying, and I just like that natural quality. I get a lot of fan mail from young girls that are really insecure, and they look at pictures of me and they say that they could never look like me and I'm so perfect, and talk about their bodies and just a lot of negative things about themselves. So I felt like I had a responsibility to do something about it, and I'm working on a book for self-esteem for young girls. I talk about dating and abstinence or protected sex. It's mostly anecdotes about my experiences or me not having experiences with drugs and alcohol, and but real fun. So it's not preachy at all. I think I got a lot of guidance and support and just the making of who I am from my mom. Being a model, you always get turned down for stuff, and being a black model, you get turned down 10 times more. And she used to always tell me, don't stop when I wanted to stop, when I was crying and things like that. She just made me keep on going on and going strong, and to never forget where I came from. I think every celebrity is a role model, whether or not they want to be or not. But you have the choice of whether or not you want to take on the role of one and lead a good life for yourself and for society. And I feel like I was put here, to give something back.
I'm a little